Oh, how sweet it is. Shane turns 16 tonight. Daniel, John, how you feeling?
Pretty good, man. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. I thought you'd be a little more excited for Shane's life turning 16, but I guess not.
I mean, I got my quinceañera dress on.
Well, you're a year late on that one.
Oh, wait, quinceañera is 15?
It's 15. Drop the music. Welcome to the show. Tonight, we're going all over the place. We're going NCAA. We're even going professional golf, because why not? It's springtime.
Golf season.
Golfing. Time to golf. Hit the links.
They say it's a tradition unlike, a few others.
You know what my tradition is with the Masters is napping.
Not watching it.
You get that, like that tinkling piano and the dulcet tones of Vern Lundquist and Jim Nantz, and you get some pizza in you, and it's just time to settle in for a nice long Sunday's nap on the front nine.
Pizza during the Masters, really?
I mean, I don't know what else you expect me to eat that gets delivered and is delicious and can fill you up for the full day.
Dip.
I don't know that there's ever not a good time to have pizza.
Yeah, pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza in the supper time, or however that jingle goes.
I agree. I enjoy pizza at all times. However, I think for the Masters, that'd be something like an arugula salad. I think that'd be a nice Masters meal.
When is there ever a good time to have an arugula salad?
Oh, anytime is good. Well, hold on. Yeah. Arugula salad is akin to pizza.
Look,
there's never a bad time to have an arugula salad.
If we're stack ranking greens, I would put arugula somewhere in the middle of the pack. It's below kale. Yeah, it's below kale.
Wow.
It's below rainbow chard.
Oh,
what?
It's below mustard green. Yeah.
Whoa! I have to put down the microphone here. It is smoking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, arugula is a top tier green.
No.
Easy, and it's. I don't want to be one of those people that hates on kale, but kale needs a lot of love.
Kale is on the Mount Rushmore of greens. It might even be number one. It might be the Abraham Lincoln of greens.
No, kale cannot go from the bag to the plate to your mouth. You have to treat kale.
Yeah, there's so much you have to do to kale in order to make it edible.
And what's with that stem? The stem in the middle is like a piece of wood.
Oh, yeah, that's not that.
I feel you could whittle that down and shank somebody with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even let you bring that into jails anymore.
You can't even bring a bag of kale on an airplane.
You hear that burning, everybody? Yeah.
That's a sizzle.
Hot takes. That's sizzling.
It's sizzling.
That was a sizzling take. You were showing no respect to arugula. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I was showing the proper amount of respect to arugula. Anyway,
we're going to have to agree to disagree here.
Definitely disagreeing with John Gorman this evening.
Right. So, that was my first hot take. My second one is this. The NCAA Tournament Finals, presently airing, no spoilers, is on. It's 9:39 on the East Coast. This game should not air so late.
You know why it airs late? California gets everything they want. California gets to watch this thing as soon as they get home from work.
Name another sporting event, like a one-off championship sporting event that occurs anywhere in the country at 9 o'clock East Coast. I get that sometimes
Crickets.
I get sometimes if there's a finals game in either the NHL or the NBA, they'll air it, at maybe 9 o'clock East Coast.
I think they put that at 8:30. I don't even think they push it back to 9:30 Eastern time.
It could be taking place in the Staples Center or Oracle Arena, and I still think they air it before 9 o'clock.
Monday Night Football. Now, granted, not a one-off program,
Monday Night
However,
Football
Monday Night
airs
Football airs at 9 o'clock.
No, it airs at 8.
8 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
8 o'clock is when they're wrapping up the pregame show. Kickoff's generally around 8:30.
Yeah.
9.
That still doesn't air at 9. The NC... Sorry, go ahead.
I think I disagree. I think it's 9 o'clock.
I think you're wrong.
Can our fact checker open a tab?
sorry.
What
We don't have
What are you
facts.
doing here?
We don't have facts on this show. We
Hold
go by
on,
our
hold on.
gut.
I'm just saying, I
I used to commentate on Monday Night Football for so long. I know it starts at 9 o'clock. And I used to play football. And when I used to play football, I used to play at 9 o'clock.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you stopping by the show again.
Jeez, Joe Theismann. How does
Every
he get
week.
here?
Every week
keep
with
Joe
this guy.
Theismann out of the booth here.
It's because you. It's because you.
If that
No,
guy
it's-
sees a booth, he's got to jump in and start commentating.
You know, it's because you invoked the name of Tony Romo, and you had to go comparing them, and now Joe Theismann thinks, oh my God. Like, I can't even
Wow.
do his voice.
Oh, hey, who's
That
making
sounded
fun
like-
of me? Who's making fun of me? Who was
Sounded
that?
like Big Bird.
Yeah, game
going
kicks
through
off at
puberty.
8:30.
Yeah, see?
They're shooting
Yeah.
for 8:30 for the game to kick off. Probably, I mean, maybe bump it back to 8:35, 8:38, but game kicks off at 8:30. But
right,
no, you're
fine.
absolutely right. Like
It's still
we're
late.
talking about 9:30 Eastern time when this game tipped off.
Yeah,
And-
it's unacceptable.
It really is, especially
Aaron-
because
look,
I mean,
it's
the teams playing in this game are Villanova and Michigan. Like we don't have a West Coast team. What are we
This
doing?
is preposterous. This is an
It is-
outrage.
It is taking place an hour drive from me.
Yeah, and you live in Central Time.
Yeah, and I live in such it's air. Yeah, I mean, like it's airing. It's 8:42. It's a very nice, reasonable hour for me. But I'm trying to look out for the 50% of the country that lives in the Eastern Time Zone.
Yes, respect the Eastern time zone.
Respect the East.
You have to.
East is the beast. Anyway, let's burn things up a little more. Somebody wants to talk about baseball.
The Pirates are the best team in Major League Baseball through
Yarr,
4
it's a bit-
games.
It's a bit too early to make that prediction, matey.
It's never too early. The Brewers, 3-1. I'm still holding steady on my championship team. So
No,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's once Aaron Boone gives up on Dylan Betances, it's all about the Yankees. Dylan Betances
Stanton though goes yard twice opening day.
twice opening day. Of
Two
course,
twice.
today's Yankee game snowed out
Yeah,
at Yankee
man.
Stadium.
Looked like I saw a picture. It looked like Tony Montana's desk up there.
Oh.
Heyo.
When I was walking to work today, I walked through a blizzard to get to work.
You did.
When I left work, sunny and the snow's melted.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know.
April.
Yeah.
Climate change.
Oh man. I don't want to bring too much politics into this, but of course,
Bring it.
Yeah.
you go on Twitter and on the ESPN Twitter account, they say Yankee game snowed out. Someone of course had to go LOL global warming. Like
God.
yes, actually it is global warming that caused this.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
We're not supposed to have snow in April.
Global warming's
Oh,
causing these takes to be too hot.
But I mean that gets
real hot.
that gets us to man.
Get it. Bring it there, Daniel.
I want to get back to the Masters because people who watch golf, I don't get it, and maybe this is just me speaking from a place of ignorance, but people who care about and watch golf on TV remind me remarkably of people who will watch college athletics, basketball or football, and honestly cheer for teams when they didn't go to that school. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
So
Like, how could you be a Tiger? I mean, I hope Tiger Woods wins also, but I'm not I wouldn't call myself a Tiger Woods fan.
So as I went to I go to a PGA event every year. I work a PGA event every year down here in Austin. And
Are you a caddy?
no. I bounced the VIP club at the 16th tee box.
You're a
Nice.
bouncer.
Yeah, I know. I'm a
Nice.
bouncer. You can tell that the people
He's
that
like Danny Noonan.
yeah. The technical term is corporate hospitality, but really what I do is I say, nope, that badge isn't going to get you in here.
So wait, hold on. Let's say that I go down to Austin for said PGA event.
Correct.
I'm at the 16th tee box. I see you there. I don't have a laminate, but I say, "Hey, John, it's me."
I would get you one.
You let me in.
Yes, I would.
Okay,
You would
okay.
get into the club.
You know what? I would love to have a drink with Rory McIlroy.
Okay, you won't be able to.
Seems
You won't be
okay.
able to drink with Rory McIlroy. However,
Can I drink around him?
you can drink around
I'll take a
him.
drink and just chat with him.
He may even use the bathroom as there is a porta-john on the way between the 12th tee and the 12th green. So
What kind of freak do you think I am?
I'm not saying you should drink in the bathroom. I'm just saying he shows up sometimes. So anyway, golf
Wait a second.
fans.
Wait. We,
Okay.
did we miss the joke there? Because Rory McIlroy was the guy who said he doesn't want people drinking on the golf course.
Yes, that is true. That's why I said I want to have a drink with him.
I missed the
Okay,
joke.
but he wouldn't have that
Because
drink with
I want. Well, no, he will. I want to center him again.
you. Oh, okay.
I don't. He said that he doesn't want people drinking the hard stuff.
Oh.
He doesn't want cocktails in the gallery.
Sure.
He's fine with beer and wine.
I
No cocktails in the gallery.
I mean, I got to say, they give you unlimited Grey Goose at PGA events, and they let you bring 2 drinks out on a course.
2 drinks.
2 drinks, and yeah, people get good and lit at the match play. 2 fans got kicked out for heckling at the 16th tee box.
So what if I can bring a couple other half beers?
You can't bring beers into the venue. You can, yeah.
Gotcha.
So anyway, getting back to college football fans and golf fans, who are, if we're being honest, are largely the same demographic.
Just collegiate sports fans.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be pigeonholed to football.
Yeah,
because
'cause-
their basketball fans are just
Okay.
as equally
Yeah,
obnoxious.
because you know people who are Alabama fans and you know people who are Duke fans.
Right.
And I don't.
You're correct.
And they didn't go to Alabama and they didn't go to Duke. And I
Right.
don't.
Whoa! Have you met somebody that has gone to Duke though?
I have.
That also roots for Duke athletics, because you want to talk about an obnoxious person.
Hold
But
on,
that person's
hold on.
not obnoxious just because they cheer for Duke athletics. Like if
Yeah,
you went to Duke, you can cheer for Duke athletics.
You are
If you went to Duke, you are entitled to be obnoxious.
Yes, you are well within your rights to cheer for Duke basketball if you are a Duke alum or student. I agree. That's fine.
What if you work there?
Yeah, of course. If you worked at Duke, you were more than
Not
than
as
eligible.
a professor.
It doesn't
But
matter.
maybe you worked in the food court.
Maybe you mopped the floor of the court in between like TV timeouts. Like, yeah,
Whoa,
of course.
Wait, whoa. You're talking about my dream job?
You want to be the Cameron crazy? Cameron cleanup?
Like, yeah,
Cameron
I
clean.
would clean up the floor of Cameron Indoor in a heartbeat. I would volunteer.
Could that be your tagline? Cleaning the floor at Cameron Indoor.
That's my that's
Mopping
my
yo
Tinder
sweat.
profile.
Exactly. So people who like golfers are people who like just aspire to be these like wealthy people who just travel the world and golf. And I would say that the not to get too political, but I would say that they skew a little right of center politically.
Are you saying that the people in the gallery at the Masters
Yes.
are also the people at the inner circle of Daytona?
Yes, at the inner circle.
Is that
Yes,
what we're saying?
Really?
I would say yes. I would say the gallery at the Masters is similar to the VIP section at Daytona. I would say that there is very little difference between the two groups of people. And it's a combination of like, traditional white upbringing and, aspirations of, being more successful than you really are and wealth. And I think between those three things, you get people who are like, I like Duke basketball and Alabama football and Sergio Garcia. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have a child, I am grooming said child for the PGA or LPGA.
Like Tiger Woods' dad did?
Yeah. That's a brilliant move.
Oh, sure. Helicopter parenting it pays off.
They always...
There's literally nothing wrong. Tiger Woods had no issues growing up.
No.
And they almost always turn out to be successful. There's hardly any...
He turned out... He seems to have turned into a nice, well-rounded adult.
That's what we said about him before a 4-iron got taken to his car windshield.
Oh, wait, hold on. The pro golfer was caught adultering on his wife and popped some pills. That sounds like a well-rounded golfer.
I mean, look, what it sounds like is a Tuesday.
Yeah. In other news, KD got teed up again the other night.
Double team.
I'm over it. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, got himself
I'm
ejected.
over it. That's 5 on the season. Play the game, KD. Your team is going to win the championship. Enough of the whining and complaining about calls not going your way. Play the game, and let's move this thing along. Let's just get to the point where everyone knows we're going to get anyways.
I don't think it's guaranteed that they win the championship, though. My hot take is the Rockets win it all.
I don't even think it's a guarantee at this point. And I know I'm falling for the same trap that people fall for every year, but I don't think it's a guarantee that the Cavaliers make the finals.
Yes.
I already told you who's making it out of the East.
Let it burn. Who, the Raptors?
Raptors.
Get out of here. Raptors.
Yeah, give me some
Talk
Raptors.
about
Raptors.
Raptors.
You have to say it like you're from Toronto. Raptors.
I don't. Wait, is that how people from Toronto?
Yeah, you have to.
is.
You have to actually.
Yeah,
You have
Raptors.
to actually say Raptors and Raptors,
Wait,
because in Toronto you have to say it both in French and English.
Wait, how do we know that French Raptor is Raptor?
John,
Because I
stop
just
being
told you,
culturally
John.
insensitive.
No, I'm just
I
saying.
know.
Like, do we know this for sure? Is
Jeez.
a Raptor
Wait, hold
in
on.
French Raptor?
Are we culturally appropriating
No,
dinosaurs right now?
What I want to know is, like, Kendrick Lamar goes on a rap tour. Like,
He does indeed go on. a
I'm
rap
not
tour.
100%
He's coming here soon.
Yes, likewise. I'm not sure that a dinosaur that eats the flesh of other dinosaurs is a raptor in any language.
It's a rap tour, all right? That's what they call them in Toronto.
They don't speak French the same way.
Daniel, can you fact check that
shout
again?
Shout out to the Six. We love our fans up there in Drake country.
It's in French it's rapes.
Yeah.
No,
Rapes.
that's French.
Yeah, no, but that's my point. Like that's French. That's French from France. No. You laugh. But
You want
they
French
speak,
Canadian.
They speak French very differently in Canada than they do in France.
They do indeed. They say rap tour.
I don't think
I'm
they
pretty sure Google Translate does not have French Canadian.
Well, that's insensitive to the good people of Quebec.
I agree. Les Québécois.
Québécois.
Les Québécois are very offended by this.
I agree.
You wouldn't know because they would be too polite to tell you.
They would.
They'd be like, "Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, rap tours, eh?"
I don't think that's how French Canadians speak.
That's absolutely what, John. What are you doing?
Yeah, this guy acts like he grew up in Montreal.
God.
I'm saying, like, I went to Montreal and
Well, you've been
then.
there once.
Oh,
No,
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
like,
I'm sure
you
I'm
went there
man.
once on a school trip in 8th grade.
They sounded
I'm sure all those
French-ish.
guys in Charlottesville have lots of friends who are black too.
Speaking of golf,
We're gonna have that. I'm
That was
happy
the
to fix
greatest
that.
segue. That really did sound like a segue. It sounded like if I was on a Segway drunk.
right?
What it would have. That was the verbal representation of how it would have fallen all over the street.
And honestly, that works both ways because whether you were on the vehicle, the Segway, or if you were just on a verbal Segway drunk, each way they both crashed and you skinned your face against the asphalt.
Yeah.
Accurate. Speaking of Segway,
The asphalt.
the inventor of the Segway died on a Segway.
I think that's
He did. He went right over a cliff.
He did.
He went right over a cliff.
I think that's
So
true.
speaking of Segway crashes, now it's time to talk about the Masters. Not a game. We're talking about Masters. Guys, let's make this quick. On a scale of 1 to 4 iron, how excited are you to see Tiger Woods back in the field?
From everything that I hear, from everything that I've heard about people who I think know what they're talking about, it sounds like Tiger Woods is one of the best golfers again. So it sounds like he really has a chance to win the Masters. I want him to win the Masters. I would like it. I would like to see the redemption story come full circle. I think it is really cool that Tiger Woods has come back and you know, we all freaked out because he was cheating on his wife, and then a few years later we're like, oh wait, yeah, no, we're actually okay with people cheating on their wives. It's okay. And so we're okay with Tiger again. And I think it would be really cool. He's overcome a lot of injuries to get back to where he is right now. I think it would be a really cool story. But if he's not in it after, Friday, like who could possibly care?
Oh, he'll make the cut.
No, but I mean, like, he still has to be within, I don't know, striking distance.
I mean, after Friday, if he's within 5 or 6, he's still in it.
Okay. I'm just...
I would say.
You could say that I don't know nearly enough about professional golf to know what's in it and what's not. What I know is...
First of all, he's playing at Augusta, and he's won there before. This is a crucial component of the tournament, is that he has won at this course before. That's very advantageous for him. Now, it's been a while since he's won there. But if his drives hit the fairway, and he has a better chance than he's had lately.
So I wanna since Tiger Woods' last major championship at the 2008 U.S. Open, his Masters finishes when he's played in the tournament have been pretty good. He's finished tied for 6th in 2009, tied for 4th in 10, tied for 4th in 11, 40th in 2012, tied for 4th in 2013, and then tied for 17th in 2015. So he's not like when he plays, he's generally pretty competitive.
Yeah, but I don't want
it's just
a top 20 finish. I don't even really want a top 10 finish. Like, we need in order for
Daniel wants a playoff hole.
Really, that would be the best.
Yeah.
In order to get, your average Joe that doesn't care about golf, who just said people that like golf don't make any sense to him, in order to get that person to care about golf, it's got to be Tiger Woods, within one shot of the lead on the 18th hole on Sunday.
And look, like I agree with you. Like, Tiger Woods is more famous than literally all other golfers put together. Like, we need him to be, for ratings, we need him to be in contention for the event to be compelling.
Well, with Tiger Woods, though, we're getting back in, and we've had this conversation on the show weekly, I would say, at this point, where we talk about the one team that's the best. Basketball needs a Golden State Warriors. The NFL needs the Patriots, right? The Major League Baseball needs the Yankees. Golf needs Tiger.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Golf
Golf needs
needs
a
him.
person like Tiger to be great in order for anybody to care.
Right. And we come back and we talk about, well, we as a collective don't. We, mainly me and my alter egos, talk about hockey and how we don't have it in hockey right now. We have Alex Ovechkin. He doesn't have a personality, so he can't elevate the sport like Wayne Gretzky could. And Sidney Crosby can't elevate the sport like Wayne Gretzky could because he's just not there. Tiger Woods has the ability to elevate golf and make it accessible to people to want to play golf, right? Go and play, 18 holes on a dirt road somewhere.
Yeah, like Tiger Woods is literally the reason I started playing golf.
Really?
Yeah,
it's funny because we've been talking on the show about how much we are kind of our side eye, I would say, that we give to those who watch golf. But the three of us will hit the links like a couple of buffoons, like a trio of buffoons.
Dare I say three
anytime
stooges?
we're together. Yeah.
Well, like that,
A trio of buffoons.
that's. I mean,
A trio of buffoons.
that plays into why I don't understand. I don't understand. I can understand, I guess, watching professionals play golf because it's cool to see people who are really good at something, and professional golfers are all really good at golf. Mm-hmm. It's cool to see that.
That's true.
What I don't understand, what I'll never understand, is beyond it being cool to see Tiger Woods win, like, who's, besides, Jordan Spieth's family, besides Mrs. Spieth, who really wants Jordan Spieth to win the Masters?
People who live in Austin.
Is he from Austin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably assume like his extended family.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah.
The Spieths.
Yes.
The Spieths would like Jordan Spieth to win the Masters. But, like,
Correct.
I don't understand. I don't get, like, is there, or maybe I'm not looking at it in the right way. Is there a real rooting interest that people take in golf? Or is it just we're here to watch the best of the best play, this prestigious golf course?
Well, let me ask you this.
think.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, John Gorman.
Like, how do you feel about men's tennis and women's tennis? Like,
I was just about to bring that
Well,
up.
I always got into tennis. And I still will, for the international aspect of it. Like, I like to wrap myself when I'm watching sports, or when it's applicable. I like to wrap myself up in the American flag and say the United States is winning this, right? So, when Venus and Serena Williams were winning every single tennis event, it was the United States winning every single tennis event over representatives of other countries. And the same, years earlier with Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi.
But it's been all Rafael Nadal since.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Well,
been
I mean,
all,
it's been-
all España.
so-
But we're
that
talking
brings
about.
It, no, but that. Sorry.
That
brings it back.
up. And you're going to go right back in it.
That brings us back.
in.
John getting back on that Segway, just falling all over the sidewalk.
That brings us right back to like the dominant team, right? Like, because like men's
Right.
tennis has 4 dominant players:
Yes.
Andy Murray, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and
Novak Djokovic.
Thank
How
you. So there's-
incredible is it, though, to watch Serena Williams play tennis?
Oh, it's amazing.
It is probably the best single show on earth, other than like U.S. women's soccer.
No, I disagree. I think Serena Williams playing tennis is the absolute pinnacle of athletic ability.
Yes.
I think she
It
is
is.
the best athlete clearly in the United States, hands down best athlete. Worldwide, possibly one of the best athletes in the world.
She had the career we all expected out of Tiger Woods.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. She was winning majors with a baby in her belly, in her uterus.
That is where, yeah. Yeah, no, that's that.
What are the odds that
That
baby
is how
is an
babies formed.
incredible tennis player?
Yes.
Or hates tennis? I'm not sure. One of the two.
We don't know yet. But yes, I would say relative to her peer group, Serena Williams is the most dominant athlete in a major individual or team sport that I can recall.
So maybe that's the analog then. Maybe people aren't, and I don't know this because I don't watch golf. Maybe people aren't watching golf the same way they watch NASCAR. Because in NASCAR, they're absolutely like our, Jeff Gordon fans. Although I guess Jeff Gordon's retired and I can't name another racer. But they're
right, but why?
Yeah, exactly.
Ricky Bobby?
Is a fictional racer.
Why do people pull for certain drivers over others?
I don't know, but they absolutely do in racing. But maybe they don't do that in golf.
No,
Maybe they don't do that because I know they don't do. I don't.
NASCAR.
Do that
NASCAR is what John was talking about earlier, though.
Yeah.
It's that. What do I do on a Sunday? I order a pizza, or I have a bunch of my friends come over and we tap a keg of Budweiser, and we watch the cars turn left all day. Like
NASCAR.
That's what we do. Like it's. I think when you're talking about something like NASCAR, yes, it's a sport, it's competitive, whatever, but it's a culture.
It's NASCAR nap. NAPSCAR. Yeah. No, yes, NASCAR is a culture, and if you've ever been to a NASCAR race, there is a very specific culture.
Good God,
there.
no.
What kind of a culture are we talking about here?
It's an interesting culture. They're really into things like America.
I'm into
Budweiser.
America.
Also,
Guns.
Cars. Look,
Well, them being into cars is a given.
Yes,
Had a
but
NASCAR
there's
event.
I would say country music is a bit more popular. Also, things like classic rock. You know,
Things on fire. I would also put into their likes.
Things on fire. Yes, I would.
Period.
I would agree.
Barbecue.
Yes. Absolutely.
These are the things that I think of
Okay.
when I think of NASCAR.
That's fair. So, golf. I think we can all kind of agree. Tiger Woods' comeback very compelling.
But it's the only story,
Speaking of-
right? Can we name another golf story? Not to get too hung up on golf.
No.
Like there are no other stories.
No, I can't.
I think
I was
Rory
actually- I was-
McIlroy telling people that they should stop drinking cocktails in
Sure.
the gallery.
Right. Sure. So, but that wasn't the story. The Tiger Woods comeback story was the story. And so now I was going to have a perfect segue into another comeback story, but I'm going to crash this segue too. Johnny
What?
Football. Johnny Football.
Well,
Comeback
hold on.
story. What?
Let's do a read, and then we'll come back.
Oh,
Okay. Greg's going to read.
I'm going to do read.
segment we like to call "If We Had a Read."
Yeah.
Whoa. Wrestling, sports, movies, and more. The Geeks Unlimited squad is always mic'd up and speaking on the world of nerd. With new shows dropping almost daily, we keep you updated on things like professional wrestling with the announcers table featuring who?
This guy.
Yeah, the world of movies, talking flicks with our guy Steve. Or this incredible pod that you're listening to right now, Shane's Life is a Fantasy Draft, and more shows to be unveiled soon. Check them out on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and peruse Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for Geeks Unlimited. Find us there. Geeks Unlimited, taking over the world one dork at a time.
Fellas, getting back into it, we've got Johnny Football.
Man.
Johnny Football.
Oh my God. I've been tired of Johnny Manziel since he was at Texas Tech.
I would love to go to
A&M.
his pro day.
And
and just boo
same
him.
school.
Yeah.
At his pro day, just boo him at his pro day.
We're like Johnny Boo Ball.
Oh God. I don't know I don't understand whoever watched Johnny Manziel and thought he was going to be a good professional quarterback. Right? It's just like Tim Tebow in that like he never did any of the things well that you have to do well to be a good quarterback.
Well, no.
Correct.
I think you're a little bit off base with that. I think he did the things you need to do because you put him in the company of Tim Tebow. He did the things you need to do to be a good college quarterback, and he was a good college quarterback. But you know what we learned about Johnny Manziel in college? If you blitz him, he is terrible.
Yeah. He was only good when he was throwing the ball, 30 yards downfield to that receiver that was 8 inches taller than everybody.
Mike Evans.
Yeah, who turns out to be one of the best NFL receivers in the sport right now.
Exactly.
But my big issue with the Johnny Manziel pro days is this is a guy who's got a domestic violence charge under his belt. Clearly some substance abuse issues going on. And
has admitted to being
and like the personality disorder be damned, whatever it be, like that's part of who he is. So I'm not going to, that's not in the consideration here. but domestic violence, drug abuse, not necessarily addiction. This guy has 13 scouts come out and watch him, the Patriots being one of those teams that's scouting him. Meanwhile, down south, Colin Kaepernick is throwing the ball to no one. If you watch the grainy footage from someone's what appears to be Nokia brick phone, he's throwing the ball to no one. He can't even find receivers to come and catch the ball. If I was a little bit faster, I'd go down there and play catch with you, Cappy.
So I'm gonna ignore the easy bait on this one briefly, and we can get back to that.
Well, I do want you to take it
to.
at some point because I've got a counter.
Yeah,
to it.
yes, right, and I want to swing a little bit kind of off the beaten path. Johnny Manziel, I want to tell you a story about someone who also had domestic violence issues, someone who also has a personality disorder, and someone who
John
also
Gorman story.
Jesus.
no.
Okay.
No,
I'm sorry.
we're not-
You led with it like that's what was going to come out next.
No.
Okay.
This is a professional football player.
Okay.
Personality disorder, domestic violence history, substance abuse history.
Brandon Marshall.
You know who I'm talking about? Brandon Marshall. Now, granted, Brandon Marshall was always really good at catching footballs.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a period of time where Brandon Marshall, you could argue, was labeled like radioactive.
Yeah.
And
Brandon Marshall got traded from multiple teams.
right.
He kept getting let go.
He's a better, would it have been better if he just wasn't given another chance at all? I feel like still remaining in the league and continuing to get second chances has helped him morph into a person who's now widely respected around the league. And I'm not saying necessarily that Johnny Football will turn into that, but I am saying that if he can still play and he continues to grow as a person, I don't see any reason why we should shun him altogether.
And also,
But Johnny
we don't
Manziel never played. He never played at a caliber like a Brandon Marshall played. Brandon Marshall, when he was with the Bears, was a good wideout. He was a great wideout with them. He was on everyone's list of top wideouts in the NFL. Now, granted, Johnny Manziel probably went to the wrong team to start off his NFL career. However,
shout out to Cleveland.
We don't have the body of work like we had with a Brandon Marshall. Also, Brandon Marshall has notoriously and outspokenly talked about mental disease in his life.
This was after I'm talking about in his first year or two in Denver. I'm talking before we knew just how great Brandon Marshall was going to become.
Mm-hmm. No, he did.
This was back when he
did get a lot of chances, but the problem is we don't. Well, I don't know if it's a problem, but we don't live in a binary world, right? It's not like Johnny Manziel gets a chance and therefore Colin Kaepernick does not. But in a world where people deserve second chances, who deserves a second chance more between Johnny Manziel and Colin Kaepernick, who was one play away from winning a Super Bowl?
Right.
Leading a team to a Super Bowl.
That's if you look at the body of work, who are you going to want on your team? The quarterback that went to the Super Bowl and then until the lights went out was doing very well. Or do you want
he did even better after the lights went out.
He did, that's true. Or do you want the guy who never proved himself in the NFL at all, and couldn't even prove himself off the field?
And say what you want about, and I can talk about Colin Kaepernick's protests for the rest of time. Say what you want about what that does, the so-called distraction, but Colin Kaepernick has shown he can be a leader of men, which is supposedly the most important thing you want out of a quarterback. Johnny Manziel has literally shown himself to be nothing but a disappointment. Now, does he deserve a second chance to show that maybe he can do better? Of course. That's America. That's why we're all here.
America.
But
That's why Colin Kaepernick took a knee, is for that exact sentiment that you just said.
Yeah. So,
Right.
I mean, probably no one's happier for Johnny Manziel getting a second chance than Colin Kaepernick, but for the fact that he can't get a second chance for himself.
Right. And I
Colin
think
Kaepernick. Sorry.
I just want to talk on this real quick because Daniel clearly alluded to it, but I want to make it salient in this segment that when we talk about him being a leader, he led 32 NFL teams and an entire community of people. We're not talking about a guy who, yes, he did a really nice job leading the 49ers to a Super Bowl, but he led millions of people.
Mm-hmm. He led a movement.
He did.
Yeah, you could argue that Colin Kaepernick has been more, has been the most prominent activist in the past 5 years in the United States when it comes to civil rights and race relations.
I do want to bring up, though, real quick, this is a crazy tangent that I'm going on. Maybe I should save it for Talking Flicks, but there's an excellent documentary called Baltimore Uprising about a group of high schoolers who just made a huge difference in Baltimore, and I think everybody should watch this. It's produced by HBO, so of course it's going to be an incredible documentary to watch. But go watch that if you want to just be inspired by young people.
That should be a read.
Back to Johnny Manziel getting his second chance, and Colin Kaepernick still,
just,
by the way, throwing to no one.
Beyond just the absurdity of Colin Kaepernick not getting another chance, what has Johnny Manziel shown? Like, he can't get a job in the XFL, for God's sake. What is he?
He couldn't get a job in the CFL. CFL passed on him.
What has he shown talent-wise that would make anybody want him? I don't get it. I never saw it. I never thought he would be any good, and so far I've been right on him the whole time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We need to get Colin
I
Kaepernick
don't
on
think
the
he's
show.
gonna be any good.
Yeah, let's call him.
We should get Colin. Yeah, how come we keep having Joe Theismann on the show, but we don't get Colin Kaepernick?
Joe, look, I told you earlier.
It's the wrong number 7.
Joe Theismann sees a booth and he just hops in and starts commentating about the things that are going on and why they affected him when they played football. I don't know.
Colin Kaepernick is notoriously, quiet when it comes to talking to the media. So,
but we're not the media.
Aren't we?
Not yet.
No. Look, if anybody ever gave us a media badge, shame on you.
Well, let's hold on a second. Actually, I want to dive into that a little bit. Do we not produce, what could be loosely described as sports news content?
You could call it content.
I would call it sports content. I would take the news part out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what would be your definition of a member of the media? Like, is it that you have to be producing news?
Oh, hold on. Let me. Can I bring someone in?
Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Sure.
Who do we have? I didn't even know we had a guest this week.
Good evening.
Neither.
I'm Ted Koppel. Welcome to Shane's Life as a Fantasy Draft.
Mr. Koppel. That's
it? Is that it, Ted? Teddy? Theodore?
I'm drunk.
Oh. Well, Mr. Koppel, we try not to, besides John when he's doing a segue, we try not to be too drunk on the air here.
Oh, well, Ted Koppel just took his pants off. We're done here, Ted. You got to go.
I don't think that really addressed the are we media
I think
question.
People look at media and they think you have to be on, Fox News or on CNN or on ESPN to be considered media. I think the barrier for entry to the media has dropped precipitously with the advent of the internet. Like, I think if you write a blog, if you produce a podcast, I think you have made yourself a member of the media.
But I think John and I both have degrees in writing, right?
What? I don't have a writing.
What's your degree in?
I have a broadcast journalism degree,
Yeah.
and I have a psychology degree.
Like a member
Okay,
of
so
the media.
broadcast journalism, that's not a written medium from time to time?
Well, listen, like I would consider myself a media
Raw.
member because I've been I've written about
You
stuff,
literally
and it's
held a
been
press
read.
credential.
Yes, I've held a press credential multiple times in my life.
But also,
I would consider
you
yes.
write, and you have a degree that lends itself to the written world.
I don't think the degree is what makes the
No.
media member.
But
I do
no.
think if that's how you spend your time, then that's what you are. So
right.
by
No,
that
but I
definition,
think that going through training to understand the world of media and how to be respectful and all the nuances of that world are very important. It's like so I have a degree in teaching, right? I went to school for a long time to be a teacher. I don't want someone just rolling up on me that's never learned how to be a teacher being, oh, I'm a teacher too. And it's like, what? Like,
Okay.
what did I spend all of my time? Why did I learn all of that theory? Why did I learn all of that practice?
doesn't-
Just to have somebody come up to me and tell me that they do the exact same thing that I do.
Isn't there?
you know what you sound like? You know what you sound like right now? You sound like an old school paper
Yeah.
person.
And maybe I am a little bit. But I think there's something important to being, and I'm not saying you're using the term old school because I'm saying that you have to be trained to do something, but I do think that's important. I do think training is important. I do think there are aspects of the media world, that the average person doesn't respect or even understand. Like anonymous sources. Like that is a sacred code in media. If somebody gives you intel into the world, into the workings of something, that they do that in anonymity, and you should never breach that anonymity. And I think people that just have a blog, I think, wouldn't understand that is an unspoken rule about journalism.
Well, I think what you're proposing, and perhaps I'm mistaken, but I think don't you need? Isn't there some sort of licensing program you have to go to become a teacher? Right? Like I
Yes.
couldn't just apply for the job of teacher at, my local high school and become a teacher, right? I have to be a licensed teacher, much like I'm an attorney. You have
Depends
to
what
pass the
state
bar
you're in.
exam to be an attorney. Right? But there's
yeah, but
no
anybody
even
can
like
pass those teaching tests.
Like a licensed
right, yeah, you have to
nurse.
take an exam of some sort to be a nurse, and you have to pass.
Well, you have to
boards
take
to be a
3 to be a
doctor.
teacher.
You take 3?
You have to take 3 to be a teacher.
So you can't just be any dude off the street say, "Yeah, I'm a teacher too," because
No, but people will say that. But people will do that, is what I'm
but
saying.
you can't do that.
Mine has nothing to do with that, but people will do that.
But my point is, there is no entrance exam. There is no licensing procedure to become a member of the media. However it is
But
you
to
want
become a member of the
Correct.
AP, there is.
Is there?
That's no.
Yes. You can't just.
No,
So now all of a sudden we're the AP? We're the Associated
No,
Press?
we're
up in
not
here?
the
Shane's
AP.
life is a fantasy
There are
draft?
so many media. There are so many media members who aren't members of the Associated Press. Like, do you have any idea how few, like how few the Associated Press is, rather than like actual?
I know
media
comparatively
members?
speaking to people who are the media, but I'm saying
Right.
for the sake of this argument, I'm saying is there is a fine line. I don't think anybody can I think anybody can tell the human story. I don't think there's any that is not limited to degree or writing ability or spoken ability. I think being a part of the media and someone who reports on the news is a sacred thing.
I disagree.
Well, you would.
I would.
However,
There's no.
Done reporting.
However, I think we do a good job on this show, and I do think that we are respectful and we are open-minded and we are all of those things. However,
You can need none of those things.
The
and still be
qualifications
media.
you need to get a job as a news person.
Alex Jones has a job, so
qualifications needed, the bare minimum qualifications needed to become a news person for the Associated Press, according to careers.ap.com. Bachelor's degree or
Legit.
equivalent experience, authorization to work in the U.S., advanced level professional competency in written and spoken English, professional competency in a language besides English is a plus, strong organizational skills. You don't even need to be a college graduate. You just need to be able to speak and write in English.
You guys, I've come up with a segment. John Gorman applies to be in the associate.
I'm just saying, like,
Yes. Why haven't
I'm
you
just
done
saying, Greg,
this?
there is no licensing procedure to become a member of the press, even the Associated Press.
There's no. I mean, I haven't said that. I haven't said at any point that there is.
Literally just said that. That
When?
was like the basis of the foundation of your point.
We got to run that back, but we can't because you can't re-rack stuff on a podcast.
Well, no, hold on. I never said that you need to go. Like there is the Associated Press.
Yes, there is the Associated Press, and
You
literally
apply
anyone can
to
apply
be in
for a
the
job at
Associated. Wait,
Press.
Right? They can reject you.
Of course
though.
they can, and so can the New York Times,
Yes.
and so can the
Anybody can reject.
Boston Globe.
Yes. So I don't know what you guys are saying.
I get
then.
rejected all the
day.
time.
Yeah.
I just call John to reject
Ugh.
him.
You're like the Dikembe Mutombo to my life.
My point was the barrier of entry has been so reduced because of the internet that 3 dudes can just start doing a podcast, and I would consider us members of the media. So that's my point. And I think there should be.
I just consider myself a guy.
I think there should be some sort of licensing procedure that you have to go through to become an actual member of the media so that we know who we can actually trust when we're reading things on the internet. But
Like everyone at Sinclair Broadcasting.
oh God, did you watch that video?
Yeah, it was creepy.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. So one of the stations is KI here in Austin. So I was texting with an employee who shall remain anonymous because that's what media people do to protect their sources.
See, that's one of those nuances of being a real journalist.
I was texting with someone who works at KI, and I was like, "Hey, y'all see this?" And they were instructed not to talk about it on the record, and so I will say that there was some disagreement with both the message and the method of distributing it, but
I can't believe Sinclair Media went through with it because they reported that this was going to happen like 2 months ago, maybe less than that. But I feel like it was a long time ago that they reported this was going to happen.
They telegraphed it,
and then and everyone freaked out, and then they actually did it, which it speaks to.
But going back, let's bring this thing full circle.
Okay, I love circles.
Because this is what I think. I don't think to tell stories and to be a part of the world and the human story, I do not think you need to be licensed to do that. And I think that's what we do. I don't think we don't have any sources. We don't have John apparently has
sources all over the place.
I got sources on top of sources.
I think we like to tell the story of the things that we see in the sports world and how they relate to the world around us. And to me, I think that's a very important thing, and I don't think that needs any sort of title. I don't think we need to be the media. I think we need to be storytellers and be excited about being that.
We're talking hockey. They announced.
Yeah, what sport do they play, John Gorman?
Yeah, the Sedines, they play cricket. No one understands cricket.
You got to know what a crumpet is to play cricket.
I teed that up for you, and you stuck the wicket.
That was a wicked googly.
The Sedines, hockey players, twins, cresting over the age of 35, announced today jointly that they are going to retire at the end of the season.
Will they share a bust in the Hockey Hall of Fame?
That would be incredible.
No, I don't. That would be awful. Could you imagine that? They're not like conjoined.
No, but hold on. Go on this journey with me.
Okay.
You have the face, right? And then it's a 360 bust. It's right in the middle of the hall, right? So you can walk around it. And instead of having a back of the head, it's just the other twin on the other side.
No, I'm sorry. That's creepy.
I think we're onto something.
You're
saying
onto it. No, I like it.
No. Could you imagine, like, everyone else in the Hockey Hall of Fame gets their own face attached to a bronze bust,
But they're not
and you have to
twins.
share one? That would be like, okay, that would be like if the Dakotas shared a star on the
They do.
American flag.
Little known fact.
They should. They don't. What about the Carolinas? They also get their own?
Yes, the Carolinas also each get their own star.
This is
50
ridiculous.
stars in 50 states.
This is ridiculous.
I'm just saying, like, sorry, like, if I was inducted into a Hall of Fame of anything, which at this point in my life is looking like a mere impossibility, I don't think I'd like my face and or signifier that I was inducted into said Hall of Fame to be shared with somebody else, no matter how close they were to me in genealogy.
Maybe they shouldn't have retired on the same day.
No, maybe they shouldn't. I'm not a twin. I don't know how twins work, but apparently, there's a certain degree of closeness between them, and so they felt like it was a good thing to do.
So you're saying you want them to have two busts?
2 bucks.
2 busts. Speaking of busts, I don't know how this ended up in the D block, but here we are. There's going to be a 38-hour movie marathon of all the Marvel movies on AMC in preparation of Avengers Infinity War. I want to ask, yes.
So I
Speak on it.
I want to ask 2 things. 1, why is this news? 2, how did this end up in this block?
I put it in this block because 1, nobody's listening anymore, and 2, how is it possible? How is the Avengers Infinity War? How is this whole thing possible where we have 900 movies being put together into one, right? Like
Well, also, why is this marathon on AMC and not on
AMC.
Disney?
It should be on like the Disney Channel. Disney hasn't.
Yeah.
Disney is sort of like afraid to pull the trigger on what it needs to do to take over the world. Like I've heard rumblings that Disney is going to start its own Netflix, which is a great idea.
They canceled that though because I think they got like they have like unique licensing deals with Hulu and Netflix.
Right. They do, which is why sometimes movies are available on Netflix and sometimes they're not.
Exactly.
But can you just imagine what you'd have to go through to watch 38 straight hours of Marvel movies and then head on out to watch what I can only imagine is a 3.5-hour marathon Avengers movie in theaters?
I mean, that sounds terrible. Like, I say this as someone who doesn't really watch the Marvel universe. But yes, 41.5 hours straight of movies sounds a bit preposterous. But then again, the title of the film is Infinity War, and so it would make sense that you would spend forever watching Marvel
Yes, I think that's
movies.
actually the plot of the movie.
You guys aren't big into. I think I'm fine with it. I love it. I will probably watch them because first of all I love the Marvel movies. I think they're super fun to watch. I'm not a huge action hero fan or action movies outside of Die Hard. There's not many action movies I like.
Die Hard's more of a
but I
Christmas
love the
movie.
Marvel movies.
How dare you?
Wait, what?
Wait, how dare who? Wait.
Yeah. How dare who?
I'm not a. How many action? Wait, only Die Hard. Die Hard are the only action movies that you enjoy.
And anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's the hill you're dying on. What about Independence Day?
It's all right. It's a good
Oh
movie. It's a
man,
good
we
movie.
will not.
I would.
Go
I
silently
put
into
that
the
more under
night.
sci-fi. That's a sci-fi movie. Independence Day is not action; it's sci-fi.
That's crazy. We don't live in a binary world, Greg. It can be a sci-fi action movie.
Yeah. Yeah, sci-fi action movies happen all the time.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park would be considered a sci-fi action
Yeah, Jurassic
movie.
Park doesn't have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But it's a
No,
sci-fi
but
movie.
it also has, you know who it has? Jeff Goldblum, who was also in Independence Day.
True that.
And the most recent Thor movie.
A dinosaur. And a raptor.
That's right, there was a raptor in Jurassic Park.
But you know what I used to do is I would go down to the IFC cinema here in the greatest city on the planet Earth, New York City, and I would go watch all the Oscar-nominated short films in a day.
That's
and you would
cool.
think like that doesn't sound like you'd be there for that long, Greg. It's about an 8-hour fare.
Yeah,
It also costs about $100.
it's 8 hours though.
That's 38 hours with commercials, though.
30.
have to
It doesn't
assume.
matter. Who's sitting there?
It doesn't matter.
Who's DVRing all 38 hours and then watching them back to back, fast forwarding every 10 minutes?
Only people who probably already own the movies.
I was gonna say.
You can't take a master's nap during that. You got to be on your game, ready for commercials to fast forward.
Well, what movies are included in this?
It's
Daniel?
all of.
Do we have a list?
Oh gosh, I don't have the list in front of me.
Oh,
but
What about those really bad Hulk movies that were made in the early 2000s? Are those going to be in it?
no, it would just be the Marvel universe since Disney bought the rights to the Marvel universe.
Oh, that's good. Those are good movies.
oh yeah, they're
So you're
all great.
talking
It
like,
starts. I think it starts with the
Iron
first
Man.
Iron Man movie with Robert Downey Jr.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
1, 2,
correct.
and 3, very good. The
I got you. I got
Captain
you the list here.
America, excellent.
It goes Iron Man
Read 'em
2008, The
through.
Incredible Hulk 2008 with Mark Ruffalo.
See now that one I would sleep. That's going to be my nap right there. I'm going to nap right
Iron
off
Man
the bat.
2.
Napping right off the bat. I'm getting ready for the big push at the end. Here we go.
The push at the end, the second
Middle
movie.
push. The middle push.
There's still like
We're
22
still-
more
we're still in
movies to
phase
go.
1.
All right, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Iron Man 2, followed by Thor.
I'm going to sleep
Captain
through Thor.
America.
I'm going to sleep through Thor. I'm going to snore through Thor.
Captain America, and then
Excellent.
the first Avengers movie,
Nap.
Excellent.
and that closes
napped
out
in
phase
America.
1.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm napping through 2. So I'm well rested for phase 2. Here we go.
Phase 2 is starts with Iron Man 3,
Excellent.
Thor: The Dark World,
I might
Captain
sleep through that.
America, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Might have a dark world during Thor: The Dark World.
You really just don't like Thor.
I'm not a huge. I don't think the Thor movies are
Yeah.
that good. When he's in the Avengers, he's wonderful, but on his own, no. I'm sorry.
Hashtag snore during Thor. So what you're saying is he's Scottie
Yes,
Pippen.
exactly.
Like he couldn't carry a team on his carry a franchise on his own, but you put him with other stars.
You
and-
put him with
and
Michael
Then we
Jordan
have-
and John Paxton, and great things happen.
Yeah, John Paxson. That's the number
That's
2
the
guy
glue.
on those Bulls teams.
John Paxson. That would be the Aquaman of the Chicago Bulls.
All right, keep them going. What do we got next?
All right, then Guardians of the Galaxy,
Excellent movie.
Avengers: Age of Ultron,
Love it.
Ant-Man.
Ooh,
And that's the end of
I'm
phase
only
2.
I'm only taking one nap on phase 2. I'm only sleeping. Yeah, well, you got to catch a nap at one point, so I'm going to sleep during Thor because Ant-Man is fantastic.
Phase 3 starts with Captain America: Civil War,
Excellent movie.
Doctor Strange,
Okay.
which was excellent. Doctor
Wait,
Strange
what?
was a great movie.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I might fall
even know
asleep during
that
it,
was a
but I
movie.
might stay awake. Let me hear what else.
There's
is
a
in
lot
there.
of, there's a lot of downtime. Like looking at this list of movies, like Doctor Strange will have a lot of downtime.
Well, that's why I want to
comparison.
see what we got because I might sleep during it, but let me hear what else
Yeah.
we got.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Excellent.
excellent movie. Spider-Man: Homecoming,
Very good.
Thor: Ragnarok. There's your third nap,
Okay, there. I'm
And
okay.
then,
I'm staying awake. I'm sleeping at Thor.
and then Black Panther.
I haven't seen Black Panther yet.
Great movie.
Wait, they're showing Black Panther already on AMC?
that's part of this.
That's
Part
awesome.
of this because you got to get ready for the Infinity War.
That is awesome.
So that's your list.
So I'm sleeping during Thor's. I'm
Yeah,
awake for everything.
sleeping for 3
because
Thors.
and I haven't seen Black
Thors
Panther
down.
yet, and I want to see it.
Three
Yeah.
Thors down.
Yes. I haven't seen Black Panther yet, but I love the Marvel movies where they take a character that's off the beaten path and they do something with them because it's like a complete like ethos story. So you have you're not expecting anything when you go into it because nobody, like a majority of people that go to see Black Panther never read the comic book and aren't familiar with them. So it's going to be just this incredible, like almost creative, brand new energy of a movie.
Sure, and I mean, it's also really cool just in a movie making aspect to have a movie where the majority of people are black people, right? Like I don't have the exact figure in front of me, but something like 85% of all movie extras are white. So it's good to see a movie where everybody in the movie looks different from what you would normally be expecting to see in a major motion picture.
Yes, I was going to say in like a major action movie like that.
Right.
And I want to say this, and I'm not spoiling the movie by saying this. I think it's the real revolutionary piece of Black Panther is essentially the imagined alternate universe where Africa was never colonized. Right. Like that's something to think about.
That's real. Let's get out of here, though.
But yeah,
on that, let's get out of here.
Daniel,
you can find me on Twitter at Don't Take My Name. I might start tweeting if I get some followers. That'd be cool. You can find me on Instagram at Shane's Pod. That's the name of the show. You can check me out on another show that I do here for Geeks Unlimited. It's called The Announcer's Table. We talk about wrestling. WrestleMania's coming up. Maybe you might want to hear about that.
Wrestling.
Ooh.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
The Undertaker coming back?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
John Cena wants to face the Undertaker, but it's not looking likely. John, where can the good people who listen to Shane's Life as a Fantasy Draft, where can they find you?
You can, again, follow our Instagram at Shane's Pod. You can follow my personal Instagram, which is now just colorful pictures of California, at Hey Gorman. And
Hey Gorman.
Hey Gorman. And
Hey Gorman.
You can find my writing where I pretend to be a member of the media at johngorman.co. The .co.
So he's got this press pass.
Have we determined if you are a member of the media? You are.
I am a member of the media.
Like that's a fact. That is.
97% of precincts are reporting, and we can project that I am a member of the media.
Okay.
Greg, where can they find you?
You can always find me in real life.
Too real.
But I'm also on Instagram and Snapchat.
He does like to pretend that he's above the social media, but if you hit him with a few hearts, he'll slide back up in there.
Gram Yo Life Away and Snap Yo Life Away. Find me there. And of course Shane's Pod, because I like to do a little posts on Shane's Pod from time to time. We all do.
Yeah. All up in the DMs from AM to the PM. Well, on that note, it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out.
Always.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, John Gorman's going to play a song. Shout out Jacksonville.
Young and restless in a yellow summer sundress and a face encased in a smile. Millennial girls don't settle for a tear in their eye. Cutting in the queue to the party at the W, where common folk line up for miles. Lighting up the night, we are the year-long 4th of July. It's a free world, do what I want to be. Me world, not who you thought you would see. World, who did you want me to be? It's a free world, I wish it was only a dream world, where we could go on without needs. World, who wouldn't wanna be free? Freedom is a birthright, only other people take it from you. They are the ones we should jail. The power and the privilege, never worry about trying to survive. If you left, right, white, black, boy, girl, anybody trying to make their way on this world. Stand up, get down, make a scene while you were alive. It's a free world, I do what I want to be. Me world, not who you thought you would see. World, who did you want me to be? It's a free world, I wish it was only a dream world, where we could go on without needs. World, who wouldn't wanna be free? Sad saltiness and bitter from the loneliness of wasting too much of my time. All I ever wanted was to make a better place for us all. But I'm losing my youth without a number on the scorecard, and my universe still looks the same. So I smile and embrace the grace that I will hope to face in the fall.